And breaking news, a wildfire breaks out in Big Bear amid a heat wave that is set to peak this week. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin.
We begin with that breaking news in Big Bear, where a brush fire is burning northeast of Big Bear Lake. Tim Lynn is at the scene in Sky 5. Tim.
Well, Mike and Cher, this all started just about 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's called the Holcomb Fire. Started off in the area of North Shore Drive and Holcomb and worked its way up very rapidly uphill, getting into some very heavy brush, making its run. So right now we have Cal Fire along with State Fire up here as well fighting this. They have 7 air tankers and 6 helicopters in the air, as also ground crews on the ground fighting this. It has grown to 200 acres so far and spreading rapidly. They're seeing a rapid rate of spread due to the topography, a little bit of wind up here, and then the fuel that's in the area. But it has really took off on them. For your folks not familiar with the Big Bear area, this is just north of Big Bear Lake, up on the hill as it looks over into Apple Valley. It took off, worked its way out to the northeast, and continued up. So right now we have a few closures up here. We're hearing that evacuations are in effect for the dump area for Big Bear, as well as Baldwin Lake and Ground has been evacuated. There are closures up here of the roadways. Holcomb Valley at the 18 is shut down, as well as Van Dusen Road is closed, and the hiking trails that work up through that area, the Pacific Trail, they've shut that area down completely to get the firefighters in there. So if you're in the area, suggest you work your way back down towards the lake and stay out of the way of the firefighters as they try to battle this fire. Our first large fire of the season that we can have seen here so far. They've been pretty small up to this point, but this one took off in a big hurry. Going up well above 14,000, 15,000 feet, and then doing what they call a snow cap, is where you get that white cloud on top. That's because of the heat of the fire pushing all that moisture up. And it gets up to the level of where the air is very cool, and that moisture will condense and make a cloud. So that shows you the intensity of the fire below, the amount of heat that's going up. And this is a very large fire with absolutely no containment at this point, but firefighters are doing everything they can to put a line around it. We're hearing that there are no structures in harm's way at this point, but they are trying to, like I said, knock it down so it doesn't get rolling around with those heats coming up this weekend or this week. And if we get any type of wind up here, that's just going to drive those flames even faster. So the fire department doing everything they can to knock this down, but that's the big header of smoke you see up over Big Bear, is this fire grown to 200 acres and is going to go well above that as the night goes on. So Micah, Cher, let me send it back down to you.
Tim Lynn in Sky 5 with those dramatic pictures. Thank you. And certainly the weather plays a role as
Here's an airplane going to make a turn here, unless he's already done his drop and he's going back to Victorville.
We got a Snapchat first. You want me to work? Are you crazy?
And Brennan, I'm back eastbound here, out to your 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Copy, I got you, still man.
Alrighty.
30-second hit here coming up.
Looking for something good.
Airplane made a turn out there to the east. Yeah, he's got a lead. So he's coming around. It looks like a P2.
Oh, I see it. Okay, well.
Making a turn back.
I'll try to get it.
But stay with the fire unless you he can.
It's close enough.
Yeah, because they only get 30 seconds.
It might happen.
It might happen.
Stand by, Tim.
Am I?
Back live over the scene of breaking news near Big Bear Lake, where a brush fire is burning. This just northeast of the lake in the Holcomb Valley area. Tim Lynn with an update in Sky 5. Tim.
Firefighters still raging a battle down here on this fire, as it has grown to 850 acres since 3 o'clock. Air tankers inbound, doing a great job painting that fire retardant line all the way around it, and then the ground crews doing what they can to keep it away from any structures. But right now, no structures threatened at this point. Highway 18 closed coming out of the Lucerne Valley. So that's the latest from over Holcomb Fire. Let me send it back down to you.
Tim, thank you. If this heat wave isn't enough for you, head out to Death Valley, where the mercury today 120.
Five's turning back around to the west, going right.
Believe it or not, visitor numbers
Back
are
live over the scene of breaking news near Big Bear Lake where a brush fire is burning. This just northeast of the lake in the Holcomb Valley area. Tim Lynn with an update in Sky 5. Tim.
Firefighters still are raging a battle down here on this fire as it has grown to 850 acres since 3 o'clock. Air tankers inbound, doing a great job painting that fire retardant line all the way around it, and then the ground crews doing what they can to keep it away from any structures. But right now, no structures threatened at this point. Highway 18 closed coming out of the Lucerne Valley. So that's the latest from over Holcomb Fire. Let me send it back down to you.
Tim, thank you. If this heat wave isn't enough for you,